Alright everybody, estamos aquí atrás de mi casa. Vamos a cambiar estos neumáticos. We got these 12-inch Minimoto rims that I'm about to change. I already changed the front. I'm gonna go ahead and do the back for y'all. Estoy terminado con la parte de enfrente. Y yo voy a hacer la parte de atrás. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do, and I'll throw the link to this kit, this Amazon kit right here. It came with those things inside of a bag right here, and then inside the bag it came with you know, a little bag of these. This little nozzle thing, whatever you call this thing, to take the air out the tire, and then these joints. I don't use these because they always get ripped up anyway. So, but those are just to prevent your rim from scratching. This bike's so clapped out, I don't even care anymore. So we're not using those today. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the air out the tire. If you don't got one of these tools, all you gotta do is just push down on the thing with, you know, anything. Take the pliers and push down on it. Look, just take all the air out. That's what you want to do. This tool gets all the air out. Alright, look, so we're gonna take all the air out right here. Make sure it don't fly out. Yeah, be careful. Make sure that joint don't fly all the way out. Alright, now what we want to do is break the bead. Since this is the sprocket, you know, the back tire, the sprocket side, I'm gonna do it on this so that it's nice and flat on the ground. Otherwise, you flip it around the other way and it's all wobbling and all, you know, messed up. So I'm gonna flip it and I'm gonna stand on top of the tire. Voy a poner mis pies en el neumático para quitar esto. There we go. See how that went down like that? That's what you want to do. That way you can take it off and get them tools down the side of that tire. I go ahead and do it with the other side too, just because. So once you got that finished, go ahead and take your windshield wiper cleaner or whatever you got. This is just some regular, you know, cheap stuff. You know, windshield cleaner. Spray it on the tire. Now, this is my technique that I do, y'all. Look, check it out. What I do is I'll put these spoons in here like this. I put all three of them on there at the same time, like, you know, kind of close to each other, but not too close. Boom. Make sure when you put it in there, make sure you pull it back up. That way it's, you know, nice and tight like that. That way you're not pinching the inner tube if you're gonna reuse it. I'm gonna throw a brand new inner tube inside it here because the one that I got in there was a 10-inch inner tube. You know, put them all three kind of close together is what I do to make it easy. Boom, pop it. Boom. And then, boom, there we go. All right. Turn that joint. Get up underneath there. Boom. There we go. Not bad, not bad. Boom. All right, cool. So we got the first part, you know, off of the rim. Let's go ahead and flip it around. Let's go ahead and spray this stuff on here. A whole bunch, y'all. Boom. And basically do the same thing on this side, but you want to pop the tire off to this side instead of, you know, because this side's already off right here. Like I said, I ain't worried about breaking that inner tube, but you want to be careful, you know, if you want to save it. So if the tire's soft enough, what I usually do is this, look. Get, you know, 2 or 3 of these hooks. Boom. Pop that joint. There we go. Slide it over, and then spray some of this stuff in here. Try to get it to slide over all the way. And basically, once I get that right there, I just use my body, you know, my body weight to push it the rest of the way over, if that makes sense. Look, take a little bit of muscle in it, do. There you go. But it'll come off. Look, get rid of those. And like I said, if you want to save your inner tube, I will be more careful. You know what I mean? Take your inner tube out first before you take the tire all the way off. You know, but I don't care about this joint because it's too small for it anyway. So it's trash anyway. So boom. Get this brand new inner tube now. Throw this old tire to the side. Let me go ahead and throw some baby powder in this joint. All right. Boom. Drop it in there. Let's get our brand new tire. Make sure the rotation is in the correct direction. You can see by these arrows right here on the tire, you know what direction it should be in. Boom. Throw it on down. And you can tell by the treads also. You know what I mean? You can see which way the tire is supposed to be according to the tread. You know, so it's supposed to be going this way. So let's go ahead and put the rim inside of there. What we want to do is get this wheel nice and wet first. Boom. It should push down on there a little bit. There we go. You can see how it's kind of down in there on that side. Now you just make sure, pop a couple of these in here. I'll put one on this side, that way this side doesn't go down and this side pops back up. I'll put one right there just to be sure. All right. Stuff on here. Boom, all right, we on there, y'all. This whole side is on here. Now what we're gonna do, put the inner tube in here. We're gonna go ahead and take this cap off, and we're gonna get this through the hole right here. Now this one, it gets a little tricky sometimes. Like I said, I'll use these pliers sometimes to help me. Let's see, this is the back rim, so it should be a little bit easier to, you know, I got more room to move around in. Basically, I try to feed, you know, the inner tube through the tire and into this hole right here. So I try to, you know, sometimes I get it right here and I'll grab it with the pliers and I'll just like push it inside of the thing, and then I'll screw the black top on it once it's in there. Now I'm just gonna push it through. You guys can see. And we're gonna put the top on real quick, the cap, just so it doesn't go back in there. And then push the inner tube the rest of the way inside. Dale esto por el entro de pneumático. Now we're gonna pull this valve all the way through the rest of the way. So let me go ahead and use these pliers to help me out. It's a little hard to get this all the way out right now. There we go, okay. We got this thing all the way through now. Let's go ahead and put that black cap back on just because. Let's go ahead and push this inner tube inside now, all the way, the rest of the way. Let's go ahead and put a little bit of air inside of the inner tube right now. That way, you know, it blows up a little bit and it doesn't get pinched so easily. Cool, there we go. Now, I'll put this black thing back on here and I'll tip the camera down so y'all can see. Be really careful because this is where usually the inner tube gets pinched, all right? So I'm gonna use a lot of this stuff right here. Just like how we did before. Get a couple of these ready. Put them kind of close to each other. Put them in there. Then I pull back on them a little bit. So I'm right on that rim and not on the inner tube at all. All right, y'all? Boom, boom. That's on there. Let's get this one right here. Boom, that's on there. Usually I take the middle one out because it's easier. Flip it around. Once you get the hang of it, it's not as difficult. But like I said, really important, make sure you're on that rim and not on that inner tube, y'all. You don't want to put everything back together and then find out that you ripped your inner tube and got to take it all halfway back apart and do everything all over again. That sucks, you know. All right, we down to the last little thing right here, if y'all can see. This last little piece that has to pop down in there. There we go, it's on there, that's it. Now, let me go ahead and get my thing to blow the air in the tube. That is how you change the tire, or, you know, inner tube. If you want to change the inner tube, you do the same thing. Just take the tire half off, take the inner tube out, and then put the new inner tube in, all right, y'all? Like I said, it's a little bit more tedious with a smaller tire. Es un poco más difícil con un neumático que es más pequeño, pero es posible, ¿ok? Solo necesitas cuidar por la cosa que es en el entro del neumático, pero no romper esto. You just gotta be careful not to break the inner tube, not to pinch the inner tube and have the air coming out, alright? Thanks for watching this video, y'all. Gracias por viendo este video. Y voy a verte en el siguiente. I'll see y'all in the next video, y'all. Peace.